What are you most interested in? You've seen the start lists. What do you expect to see at BU?
Yeah, so there's basically four really good events: men's and women's 5Ks and men's and women's 3Ks. And the best of the best are here. No one is really missing the party. There may be a couple stars here and there not coming out, but from what it looks like, there's going to probably be, I could say, the most like potentially the eventual NCAA champion in these
Hmm.
events is going to be in this race. Uh, on the women's 5K side, Whitney Orton, who's unattached, will be there, but you also
Hmm.
have Katie Izzo, former Arkansas athlete from Adidas, Courtney Wayment from BYU, Lauren Ryan from
Hmm.
Florida State, Taryn O'Neill, NAU. She's a fast 5K runner. Um, I think Kaylee DeLay, she ran well in cross country for Yale. Then you have all the NC State and and New Mexico runners. But notably, you got to look at someone like Lauren Ryan. She's run 15:22 quietly at the Portland meet in 2021. Her PBs
Hmm.
are 4:12, 1500, 8:54 3K, 15:22 5K. So that is pretty damn good. 15:22 5K. And we are being told that this is going to be rabbited for a potential collegiate indoor record attempt. And I look at Lauren Ryan coming all the way down from Florida. She's coming here for a reason. She's 15:22. She ran well during cross country season. I think she's ready to rip one. And maybe she is the athlete that they are really targeting to potentially get into that 15 teens and potentially break the NCAA indoor record.
We go to the women's 5,000-meter all-time list here. Obviously, a lot of those performances get set at BU. And at this meet in particular. It's not uncommon for the fastest time of the 20 whatever indoor season to be set the year previous because this counts as the same season. But December oftentimes is the seed time that you have going into um, the March championships. So yeah, we could see some, at least the top 10 list. You're going to see new names pop up on there, I'm sure. What about on the men's side of things?
Men's side, I mean, you could also see a collegiate record attempt there. I'm not sure if the men will go as fast because a lot of them are going to be like, hey, let's just kind of, we don't need to go too crazy. But I mean, the top of the top are there, including some good post collegiates. Uh,
Hmm.
Obviously, we have Wesley Kiptoo. He's the man that everyone's going to be watching. And then follow closely behind him, you're going to have the three NAU guys. Well, I guess technically
Hmm.
four when we throw in George Kusha. But, you know, Bosley, Nur, and Young. You also throw in some of the BYU guys with Klinger and Garnica, and then a few other
Some
notable,
pros
like,
too.
Butler's two guys. You have the Iona kid, El Sandali, and then you have Colorado's Eduardo Herrera, who's a 1320 type guy. So you have a lot of 1320s on this track. And then you have the pros, right? Ollie Hoare,
Hmm.
Jordy Beamish, Matt Baxter, names that you remember because of the cross country seasons they've had and the track seasons they had at NAU and Wisconsin. I think put that all together. I think Joe Klecker is rabbiting for On Athletics.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
it's going to be rabbited by a professional. It's not going to, the pace isn't going to wander. He can handle this pace. And I'm kind of excited to see who kind of emerges. I imagine Kiptoo will be the top guy, but I'm really excited to see
Hmm.
what the pecking order will be behind him in a track race. Cross country is different. It's not going to be the same. And if one of the, if Ollie has a great race, kind of sets him up for a good 1500 down the line. Um, this is a lot of intrigueness that I'm excited for this men's race. And I might already start doing it. Well, I'll probably start
Mm.
doing this on Monday. But seeing four NAU guys in this race, likely at least three of them are going to run well. They're probably running the 1320s or 1330s. I may start doing my annual how can NAU win an indoor track championship because
Mm.
they were on pace to do it right before the pandemic. I was on it. They were going to be they were number one ranked team going into 2020, and then it got shut down, and we never got to see that NAU distance squad try to dominate and win an indoor track title. They Now we'll have to wait. We got to see how Nur, Bosley, and Young. But if they run well here, I'm gonna start formulating an ability that they could put 4 guys in the 5K, 4 to 6 in the 3K, 3 in the mile, have a DMR, and then score potentially 40 to 50 points. But we'll get to that in my NCAA track and field show, which debuts in January.
Kusha's pretty good miler.
Exactly.
Pretty
Yeah.
good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Christian Noble, interesting entrant there as well too. He'll be holding it down for the small schools, so it'll be fun to watch him in there. Yeah, you got every level of runner crammed in here. The 3Ks. Did you want to touch on the 3Ks before we move on?
Yeah, and also Andrew Jordan, man, he's running for Georgetown now. I thought he was
Really?
gone, but that's the COVID years. Given some guys who you thought were long gone, he went from Iowa State to Washington. Now he's at Georgetown, and he still has that track eligibility, which is kind of wild.